Hello, so this is the third video I'm making. But I wanted to talk about like employment and shit. Like this summer has been really hard for me because this has been like the actual only summer where I've actually like had to get a job. And I don't know, like my parents, like I think like they think that they've been really helpful in preparing me for this, but they really haven't been. And at the beginning of the summer, I had this stupid idea that I would be able to get a job where I could be myself, you know. I had that stupid idea. So I spent like the beginning of my summer basically going, from place to place trying to look for a job. I went to I thought, okay, I'll try to get a job in Hollywood. So, because Hollywood, like I've heard, even people told me like you should get a job in Hollywood. People told me about how accepting Hollywood is and how many T-girls and shit are in Hollywood, and I don't know. I thought, okay, sure, I'll go to Hollywood and I will, you know, and I'll fucking get a job. Of course, that didn't work out. Of course, Hollywood turned out to be just like any other place where no one's hiring. It's just like this economy is so bad right now that like no one's hiring. And it's weird because I feel like I am the sort of person that like really will be able to um if I got a job, I would work really hard and do well. Um, but I don't know. Like, it's been frustrating because I need a job. Like, my mom told me, like, listen, what you make for the summer is going to be the money for school. And, like, in my thought process, like, it's what? Today is fucking June 27th. Um, there's not much longer because I'm gonna have a job for July, August, and a little bit of September. And June's almost over. So it's kind of like, okay, so I have to find someone that's going to hire me for 2 months, and they're going to have to be okay with that. Like, to me, that's just, like, it's not going to work out like that, you know? Because, like, one of the big things is, like, okay, I go to school, like, in Valencia, which is really far from where I live. Well, it's not too far, but it's far enough to be an issue. And so I can't like be in town to apply for these jobs. Like a lot of people, like a lot of high school, like there's a high school up the street, there's a community college right down the street. There's a lot of people that can get jobs. And like you go into like McDonald's and like everyone working there is like everyone working there. Well, first of all, everyone working there is Hispanic. I mean, I'm not racist, but the fact that we live in a predominantly Chinese area and predominantly English speaking area, and you go into all the fast food restaurants and it's a prerequisite to speak Spanish, that rubs me the wrong fucking way. It really does. I don't think I'm gonna write a video about that. But, like, I don't know. It's like there's a lot of things fighting this. There's a lot of things fighting my job situation, and it's sort of like it's really frustrating because first of all, I wanted to be able to get a job that where I could go in and be myself all the time, and it wouldn't be an issue. But I know that's not gonna happen. And like I can't got sort of got to the point where I sort of said, okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go and do whatever I need to do to get a job. I'm gonna go and put on a fucking boy suit or whatever. I'll slick back my hair, do whatever I need to do to get a job because I need money. It's kind of like I go to a really expensive school and I need supplies. And like if I don't have money for school, like this is my dream school. Like this is my school is the reason why I don't drive. Because I basically worked really hard during school to make a portfolio to get into my school. And sorry, there's like a string in this. And like I don't know, like I feel like don't if I don't have money for the school, I should like not go. Because what's the point of going to school when like you don't have money to afford the school. Like, if I can't buy supplies, if I can't buy books, like last year was really hard and I had more money last year. If I can't buy supplies, what am I gonna do? Like, seriously, like, what am I gonna do? You know, like, I can't, like, well, I mean, I got by in the class that I needed the book for, but barely. I bullshitted all the way, and I mean, I don't really like to bullshit just because, like, I like to sort of give the right answer. I don't like to just guess or, like, read up on Wikipedia and give, like, a half answer. Like, to me, that's bullshit. You know, I want to actually do something that's pretty, like, 80% studying and, well, like 60% studying and 40% bullshit. Um, you know, but it was hard because I sort of got to the point where it's like, you can buy this $70 book, you could buy supplies for your art classes, or you can buy food. And like, I've never been in a situation like that. I mean, fortunately, like when I go back to school, like I do get 2 meals a day. I have a place to stay that I'm not paying rent for. I have my clothes. I have a lot of stuff, so it's nice, but just the supplies and the food for the weekend alone, like that's really hard. And this is like the first time I've actually had to deal with this. And in a lot of ways, it doesn't bother me because it's like, okay, I need to, I'm gonna need to do this. This is how I live my life. Like, I'm gonna have to be able to support myself. But at the same time, I'm at this point where, like, I don't know if anyone watching this watched my other videos, but like, I live full time all last year, and it's really hard to like not stop doing that. It's really hard to stop being full time after you've gotten so comfortable. Because like, I mean, I'm not to the point where like I only if I'm gonna wear boy clothes, I only wear one. Like I wear the same pair of jeans and I wear a fucking sweater, and that's it. Because it's like not something I want to do. You know, it's really hard for me. But I it's just been really hard for me to find a job. And I know that I don't know if it's just discrimination or if it's just the fact that no one's hiring, but like no one's called me back. I got one call back, but I had to go all the way down in Santa Monica for the job interview. And I was kind of like, I don't really know about that. But whatever. What can you do? But I did end up getting a job. I got a job, but it's like I got a job. My friend was working at a telemarketing place, and he helped me get a job there. And I just finished like my first week there, and I go back again on Monday, and let me tell you, um, I am going insane. Like the good thing about that job is I can come in as trans, and the boss knows my status and everything's cool, everything's fine. But the job is just like we're selling something. I'm selling people SAT and ACT preparation material, and like I don't know if it's a scam or not, and I can't tell. I don't think it is. I definitely don't think it is, but there's still that lingering question. Um, and like after I finish a day of work, like I just get this sick feeling in my stomach, and it's partly the fact that we have to sell something, and um, it's also the fact that it's like probably a fucking scam. Like I'm not sure, but like I don't, because like when I talk to these people on the phone, like I feel like they trust me, and when I have to sell something to them and they trust me, all of a sudden that trust turns into, oh, you want my money. So it's like I don't know. It's I do like, but from working there for a week, I did realize that I do like working in a call center, and I'm gonna try to get more call center jobs. So that's basically gonna be my plan for this week, is look for more call center jobs. But I need a job, and if I don't get a job, I'm not gonna have money for school, and I need money for school. I mean, fortunately, after this week, I should have about $550, and last year I lived off of $100 a month, so it wasn't too bad. But still. Okay, so I'm getting close to 10 minutes, so I'll cut this off. But comment, whatever. Bye.